The newest episode of The Promise of Neverland. Oh man, this series is so awesome. The animation, everything is great. The writing, everything is pretty good. It got the little issues with like Sister Crone yelling out loud in the house and stuff. But it's just little minor issues. Not nothing much to budge about that. But oh my god, episode 6 was pretty good. Now episode 5, I really liked episode 5. Episode 5 was amazing, with Ray telling Norman, and then that he is the traitor, how he is like Isabella's dog, pretty much, in a way, pretty much just giving her information for the past 6 years. That's what happened in the last episode, and what we left off in last week's episode, we left off with Dawn and Gilda, going into Isabella's room and finding the secret room that she's been leaving. Apparently around 8 o'clock or whatever. She'd be gone for like 30 minutes or whatever. And how we left off on last week's episode was when they found the secret room and stuff. All of a sudden, somebody was opening up the door to Isabella's room, and then the episode ended. So, it couldn't be Isabella because if it was, she would have came out the secret room. So yeah, it wasn't her and stuff because she was gone. Apparently it was like 8 o'clock then at that time, so yeah, it couldn't be her, so it was possibly like Sister Crone or Norman, Ray, Emma, or somebody. But no, it was actually Phil, that little kid named Phil. Yeah, he's the one that came in there, and tells Don and Gilda that he was planning to go seek with Eugene and some other kid. See, that's what he's saying. Phil is a little bit suspicious right now in the anime of The Promise of Neverland. I mean, think about it. He got high scores all of a sudden. That's what Emma said, and then all of a sudden walking into the room, and there is something else about him that we learn about in this episode later on and stuff about what he did and stuff, apparently. So, then we go back to Ray, Norman, and Emma. They was talking and stuff, and yeah, they was talking about some situations and stuff about about escaping and all of that, like they did, like they've been talking about and stuff, so yeah, it was just like little stuff that they was talking about, and Emma brings up the fact that there's something about these books or whatever that I got my hands a hold to, and apparently how she got her hands on the books was from Phil. So yeah, that little kid again apparently gave Emma those books or whatever, because apparently she was that Phil was reading some kid's book or whatever, and then gave those other books to Emma and stuff. Yeah, very suspicious from Phil right there, but whatever. But nothing else from him in this episode other than that. So, we see Dawn and Gilda, they left out of the mom's room or whatever. Left out Isabella's room. And Dawn, you see him running down the hallway while Isabella is carrying some clothes in a basket and stuff. And he acts like he accidentally bumped into her on accident and stuff. But no, he didn't bump into her on accident. It was like on purpose, so he can steal her key and stuff for the secret room. So he stole the key, and him and Gilda goes back into the mother's room and has the key, goes into the secret room. And they went to the secret room, and we see them inside the secret room. And then while that's happening, we see Emma, Ray, and Norman pretty much reading on those books. And while they was reading on those books that Emma got from Phil or whatever, it was some Morse code stuff. So apparently the books was made back in 2015 and stuff, and it's some Morse code with the books, like on the cover page and stuff, where it's talking about a farm and pretty much somebody from the outside world telling them to escape and stuff. It's like a Morse code type of situation. I don't know how to really explain it, because the problem with Neverland is pretty much a little bit hard to explain and stuff, because so much stuff happens in so little time. Like, you gotta watch like every second of this anime, and keep on reversing it back and stuff like that, and pausing it to make sure that you get all the information. So yeah, it's a little bit more difficult. So apparently the books was written by this guy named William. I forgot what was his last name. They said his last name multiple times, but I can remember his first name, and it was William. So yeah, apparently he was the one that wrote the books and stuff. So apparently he's the one that wrote the books from the outside world or whatever. Pretty much telling, like, putting in books like Morse code and stuff. Pretty much telling, talking about a farm and stuff, and then talking about demons and stuff. So yeah, demons and all that stuff does exist outside of the farm. That's what happened there. So yeah, that's what they read up on and stuff, which was pretty cool. So we'll get back to the scene with Dawn and Gilda inside of the, secret room, Isabella's secret room. So they find, going, like a little ladder and stuff going downstairs and stuff. And pretty much they open up one of the doors, and they see this communicator thing. Pretty much how Isabella can communicate to the demons or whatever, from the house and stuff. So yeah, apparently around 8 o'clock that she does go to that room and apparently communicates to the demons or whoever through this transponder system, whatever, like phone or whatever like that. So yeah, that's what Dawn and Gilda finds out. And then all of a sudden, Dawn and Gilda hears some footsteps and stuff, and it was Isabella, but she never went down to the secret room or anything. She just sat in her office, sitting in the chair at the desk and stuff. And then Isabella hears something coming close and stuff, and she noticed it. And then all of a sudden you'd be thinking, oh crap, she's going to go open up that door where Dawn and Gilda's at, and then find them and do whatever, but apparently she don't, because pretty much as soon as she hears that noise, a little kid walks in. His name was Eugene and stuff, telling her, here's the key and stuff. I found the key on the floor, so here you go. And pretty much she said thank you and stuff, and then she noticed, yeah, her key was missing and stuff. So yeah, apparently she didn't even notice her key was missing until Eugene brought it to her. So yeah, that's what happened there. So then we get to a scene with Dawn, Gilda, Emma, Ray, and Norman, all of them inside the dining room or whatever, talking and stuff. They're talking about the situation about, about Connie and stuff, because apparently Dawn and Gilda found a little, the stuffing toy, like a little teddy bear or whatever, or a rabbit or whatever, in the, Isabella's secret room and stuff. And it was Connie's teddy bear, rabbit, or whatever. So yeah, they found that, and Dawn was like, explain this and stuff, because if she would have got it, carried to another, to foster parents or whatever, she would have had her belongings with her. And then all of a sudden, it was like, yes, so she's dead, ain't she, and stuff like that. And talking about, you lied to us and all that. That's what Dawn was telling him. And then instantly, Dawn decks Norman right in the face, like punches him, and then punches Ray, knocks them both down, grabs him about to punch her and stuff, but then holds back and stuff. And then he goes outside, and Gilda goes outside. He's freaking crying and stuff. It's a little sad moment right there, because him and Gilda finally found out the truth about Connie, because they was getting told a lie from Emma, Ray, and Norman, that Connie is got shipped off to some bad people. They never told them that Connie is dead. So yeah, Dawn and Gilda finally finds out the truth, but then Norman, Ray, Emma goes outside. They apologize to him and stuff. They apologize that they didn't told him the truth and all that, and Dawn apologizes to them about punching him, and Gilda apologizes to them about going into that room and stuff. And Ray was like, "Don't worry about it. I'll figure something out." So so Isabella don't find out or whatever, because the whole situation in the dining room, which I forgot to mention, but I just remember it now, that Ray did tell Dawn and Gilda, "Why did y'all went into the room?" You don't know this. It could have been alarms, could have got set it off. There's cameras possibly in there, whatever. So yeah, that's what Ray told Dawn and Gilda. So yeah, but yeah, they all apologized and stuff, and they're all good now. So Norman and Ray pretty much came up with this plan of how to, how to trick Isabella. Norman apparently got these like couple things like detergent and stuff like that, and got a couple materials, and tells Ray to go tell Isabella some false information. And while Ray is telling Isabella some false information in the house and stuff, we see Norman, Emma, Dawn, and Gilda walking through the forest and stuff. But then we cut back to scene with Ray and Isabella, and Ray's like, apparently the false information that Norman told Ray to give to Isabella, here's what he said. He goes like, Ray, Norman's trying to kill you. That's what Norman told, that's what Ray told Isabella and stuff. And that's why he said, the detergent and stuff is missing because he's trying to poison you. He got some hammers and stuff, trying to make sure that you're dead so that he can escape and all that. And Isabella started thinking, goes like, well, he probably could try, thinking about the possibilities so he can escape and all that. Thinking, yeah, Norman will probably think of something like that. And then believes Ray and stuff, which is crazy and stuff like that. Says she believes Ray and goes like, and then apparently Ray was like, yeah, I can get the items back, and we can get the items back, like the detergent and stuff, tomorrow. Get them back, bring some some other whatever, like some containers or whatever, and throw false labels on them and stuff, so you can't get poisoned. That's what Ray was telling Isabella, which was all a lie. So yeah, that's what Ray told Isabella. And then while we see Dawn, Gilda, Norman, and Emma walking through the forest and all that, through the woods, while they was talking about escaping and all that, we see Sister Crone. Yeah, Sister Crone finally made her appearance in this episode. Comes behind a tree and tells them, yeah, I already hear everything. I heard everything in the dining room while I was in the hallway and all that, because we didn't even see her at all. Like, we didn't even see her in last week's episode or most of this week's episode, And we didn't even know that she was listening on from all five of them, from Ray and all of them. So we didn't know that at all until she came up and says, yeah, I've been listening to y'all the whole time when y'all was in the dining room and all that. I heard everything. But do you want to make an alliance? And then the episode ends. So yeah, she said, do y'all want to join forces and all that? And that's when the episode ends. And man, this episode was pretty amazing. The art and animation was pretty good. The writing and everything was good as well. The cliffhanger was amazing as well, because you don't know what Emma and them is going to say about Sister Crone's proposal, pretty much, of do they want to join forces with her or what? We don't know. So yeah, this is pretty crazy. I can't wait for episode 7 next week. But yeah, that'll be next week. I will be reviewing that. Now this week, I am all caught up now with the manga of The Promised Neverland. So yeah, look out for The Promised Neverland manga chapter this week, the review and all that. I was going to do the review last week and stuff, but I got sick and all that, so I couldn't do it. But yeah, look out for The Promised Neverland's manga chapter review this week. And like I said, I don't know if I said it or not, but yeah, this week's episode was titled 311045. That's what the episode was titled. But yeah, there's everything I got to say. I'll give this episode a 9 out of 10 stars as well. Give it great episode. I liked it. I think I liked episode 5 a little bit more better last week's episode. But yeah, episode 6 was still pretty good. with the little emotional stuff with Don and Gilda and the rest of them, it was all amazing and stuff. So yeah, definitely can't wait for next week's episode to figure out if Emma and Norman and all of them will accept Sister Chrome's proposal and stuff, pretty much. So yeah, definitely can't wait for that. So yeah, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel, World of Chris 1-800. Subscribe to my other channel, Chris Nails. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. It'll all be down there in the description box. And yeah, like this video and comment on this video about what you guys think about this week's episode of The Promised Neverland. Like I say, in my opinion, it was a pretty good episode. Pretty good, solid episode. So yeah, hit that subscribe button and all that, and I'll see you guys later.